There's a small township, I'm talking about 93, 94, a small African township in George in the Western Cape. What is its name? I can't remember. Tambaletu. Now, that township, I'm talking 93, 94, had 93 agents of the special branch. The special branch only. In addition to which there were agents from military intelligence and national intelligence. Small African township, but flooded with these agents of the apartheid system. I'm mentioning that, comrades, to say that was part of the structure of the national security management system in the African townships. A system of agents in all our townships were part of the national security management system, ready to be activated in defense of the apartheid system. Let me jump to the 2024 national and provincial elections. You have this result, one of the results. A new organization called the MK Party suddenly gets this huge support in KZN. Gauteng a bit, Mpumalanga a bit. Why? And suddenly the ANC drops to whatever. Why have this population suddenly decided in KZN to abandon the ANC in these numbers? I had my own differences with the ANC leadership, provincial. But that was not why you had that result. The reason we had that result is because, I'm coming back, comrades, to what I was saying about the national security management system. It was the activation of that national security management system which produced that result. Because that machinery had never been dismantled. I was saying we raised this matter with the TRC. The TRC tried. You go and look at the records of the TRC. The TRC tried to get into this matter, but couldn't produce any result. That was the machinery that was used to produce that result in KZN. You see its phenomenon, for instance, with the Gauteng hostels. You remember during this so-called war on black violence, those were IFP hostels. When we clash, big clash with the ANC communities, IFP decide themselves. These were IFP hostels. But what happened in 2024? They all abandoned the IFP and went with the MK Party. Why? It's because they are controlled by the same person. It's the same person who controlled them when they were IFP hostels. The same person who controlled them when they were IFP hostels, the same person who controls them today as MK hostels, MK Party hostels. I'm saying, comrades, that's the counter-revolution, that's how it works. Let me end here. I've gone way beyond my 15 minutes. You have a mayhem that happens in July 2021. You remember that? And the story that is told is that the people were angry with the ANC because the ANC had allowed Jacob Zuma to be sentenced by the Constitutional Court and was sent to jail. And the people were so angry, they stood up in solidarity with Jacob Zuma. It's a lie. A complete lie. What happened, comrades, was the counter-revolution decided to test its strength, to see whether it could in fact destabilize the country. It then acted, caused that whole mayhem, just to find out whether it could in fact paralyze South Africa for its own purposes. There's a very interesting interview given by General Roland de Vries. Roland de Vries, by the time we come to 1994, is the deputy leader of the army in the SADF, General de Vries. And General de Vries explains what happened with regard to those July 2021 events. He says that thing was well planned, well carried out. From such and such a day, it's a whole fleet of cars that were sent out to do various things. They even didn't have registration numbers to produce this outcome. And what it managed to do, it showed, this is what de Vries said, that actually this democratic state, including the police, had no capacity to defend democratic South Africa.